Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to J.P.BBQ. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Today we're going to talk about maintenance and care of your Lone Star Grill Firebox. You guys stay tuned. I'm going to show you how I take care of my Firebox and maintain it. You guys check it out. Hey guys, would you believe that it's going on a year since I've ordered my Lone Star Grill offset smoker 30 by 36, and man, have I had a good time with it, just smoking and barbecuing for family and friends. And I've done just about everything in it. I've done chicken, I've done picnic shoulders, ribs, brisket, you name it. You know, I've done it. And I've had a really good time with it, and I've learned a lot. So I'm coming up to that 1 year mark, and I'm looking at my smoker, and it looks like it's got a little bit rough around the edges. There's some wear to it, and that's perfectly normal. So just like with anything else, just like with a car, you hit certain mileage with a car, and you got to do maintenance on that car. And the reason we do maintenance is because, you know, we want these products to last us a long time. Your offset smoker or any type of a pit like this is no different. You're going to have to do some kind of maintenance just to keep it going and to take care of it. That way, you know, it'll last you a lifetime. Okay, so I went ahead and broke out the care and maintenance for your pit smoker, and Chris over at Lone Star Grill goes through a great detail and a great effort, you know, that everybody gets one of these, and gives you a lot of details in regards to what you have to do first when you first receive your Lone Star Grill. So one of the first things you have to do once you get your Lone Star Grill and you get it uncrated, you have to do what they call a seasoning to it. You got to take it through the seasoning process. And I have a video on it that I did when I first got mine, and I'm going to put that link somewhere around here. It'll be right there, and it'll show you how I season my Lone Star Grill. But just to summarize a few things that he has in here, it says, it is important to season it before using it. You can use any type of cooking oil, lard, or cooking fat. And the simplest thing to use is just like spray on pan. And I have here canola oil that I got from Kirkland, and it's a cooking spray. And the reason this is easy, you just spray the whole thing on there, and it works, you know, really good. So you have to do the inside of the pit and also the firebox. Okay, when you first get it, and at this moment you don't do anything on the outside, because what we're trying to do, along with seasoning the inside of the pit, we're trying to cure the paint to the smoker itself. And he recommends, well, no, I'm sorry, it's not a recommendation. It's just straight up, do not take it. It's a very important fact. Do not go above 250 degrees. Keep it around 225, okay? But it is very important, not a recommendation, it is very important not to go above 250. If you go above 250, there's a good chance that you're gonna cause the paint to blister, and you don't want that, okay? So keep it low and slow, and season it with that low temp for between 3 to 6 hours. And again, that video will be right there. Absolutely, positively, do not use your charcoal basket for seasoning it. Do not use the charcoal basket, and do not use the gas assist or the fire assist in this process of seasoning it. And again, what we're trying to do is keep those temperatures down low, because if it gets away from you and the paint blisters, there's not really much you can do, okay, except maybe sand it down and repaint it. But just take it nice and slow. 225, you'll be good. And when you think about your Lone Star Grill, there's not really much to this. It's a big hunk of metal. You know, mine is 1/4-inch steel. My Firebox is 1/4-inch steel. He does have the upgraded version to go to 1/2-inch steel. Okay, so that's an upgraded cost if you wish to go to 1/2-inch steel. And I do believe, I'm not 100% there's a lifetime warranty. You have to check with Lone Star Grills, but I think the last time I checked, if you have the 1/2-inch Firebox, there's a lifetime warranty on it. Okay. But anyway, back to this. During the seasoning process, do not put anything on top of the Firebox. If you're going to use the top of the Firebox to preheat some wood, don't do it during the seasoning. You got to let that paint cure. All right. And once you have it seasoned, okay, once your pit's been seasoned and you're looking to take care of it, to clean it, to maintain it, here's what he recommends as far as for the outside painted surfaces. Mix 1 part cooking oil, 2 parts water in a squirt bottle, and and use that to clean your smoker. That same mixture that you used for cleaning, the 1 part cooking oil to 2 parts water, spray that on the outside of your Firebox, and don't wipe it off, just leave it there. And the reason you're going to do that is because when you light your fire, that oil is going to get absorbed into the paint, into the metal, and it's going to cure it. And it's kind of like seasoning a cast iron, skillet. So if you do that, it'll help prevent it from rusting. It'll help prevent it from oxidizing, and just last you much longer. So that's what he recommends, to do that. It says, on the steel here gets hot, it will penetrate the steel and form a patina similar to cast iron cookware, drastically reducing paint failure and rust on these surfaces. So keep that in mind when you're going to clean your smoker. That same mixture of oil and water, spray the Firebox, don't wipe it off, light your fire, and it's going to get absorbed into the metal, causing it to form that patina, and it's going to drastically reduce paint failure or paint wear on your Firebox. Okay, now there's no moving parts really to this. You got grates on the inside, and then you got these hinges on the doors. So the only moving parts on this thing are the hinges. So how do you maintain the hinges? It says, please keep lubricated with food-safe oil, cooking oil, or PAM. Do not use WD-40 or similar products. So normally what I do, the top of the hinge has got a little hole. So I just take my same oil that I use here for cooking, and this is just, extra virgin olive oil, and it's got this little tip here that I use for pouring out, and I just pour just a little bit on the inside of the hinge, and that will help keep it lubricated. So and what happens is we forget to do these things. The lubrication on the inside of the hinge wears off, and it's no longer there. And you got a fire going, and that fire and that heat causes the metal, that little pin, to expand. So when it expands, your door handle could get hinged, and what happens is possibly break off. So you want to keep these hinges nice and lubricated. How often do I do mine? Well, I think every time I clean it, I just pour a little bit in there. It doesn't take much effort to do that. Just pour a little bit in there and you're good to go. If you have the fire going and the door feels kind of stiff, absolutely don't use any type of aerosol can during the fire, because it's aerosol. You got a fire going in there, you got an aerosol can close to it, something bad can happen. Don't use aerosol. You're better off just pouring it in there nice and slow. So when you do have a fire and your door feels kind of like hard to open, like it may have seized up a little bit, just leave it alone. Get you some of this oil, pour it down the hinges, and just let it seep down in there, and then maybe slowly work it out. Okay, but absolutely, if it's hard to open and you give it a good push on it, you could break these hinges. You want to be careful with that. I've seen pictures on the internet where their hinges, seized up, and the door breaks off. So, and I definitely don't want the door to break off my Lone Star grill. You know, I love this baby. You know, trying to get that repaired and fixed, you know, could cost a pretty penny. You know, not sure, but anyway, that's how you should take care of these hinges. So, and as far as that, you know, that's pretty much it as far as doing maintenance on it. My smoker does have a little bit of rust on it. I'm not 100% sure if when I seasoned my smoker, all I did was the inside, but I really didn't season. I seasoned the inside of the firebox, but I didn't do anything to the outside. So the outside of the firebox has taken a beating. And today what I'm going to do, I'm going to sand it down. I got me a little Dremel tool to get into some nice tight spaces. And got me a sander. And I'm using 120 grit paper. Okay, it's not super coarse and not thin. You know, it's just enough where you can work that rust out of it, and then reapply, you know, some high heat black aerosol paint to it. Because, you know, you want to take care of this baby. It'll last you forever, and I'm hoping it'll last, you know, past my lifetime, and I can hand this down to my kids or hand it down to my little brother or something. Okay, because my little brother likes to barbecue also, or who knows what I'll do with it once we get to that point. You know, we're a long way from there. Let's see what else. Now, as far as the inside of the firebox, okay, there's a couple of there's an option that you can get with your firebox, and I'm talking about the ash pan. This ash pan, let me tell you, it's no joke. You know, you thinking, just a little piece of thin metal, blah blah blah. No, it is not. No, let me back up a little bit. It is not no little thin piece of metal. It is. It is a heavy duty, thick. I want to say this is probably the same thickness, or it might be a little bit thinner, but it almost looks like it is 1/4 inch thick. So this is a heavy duty ash pan, and it's got some oomph to it. It's weight. So I got this ash pan to catch the ashes, you know, that fall through the grate, because, you know, the ashes fall through the grate, and the ash pan kind of gives it that protective layer between the bottom of the firebox, and just gonna help, you know, last you a little bit longer. So I got me the ash pan. So when you're contemplating and thinking, you know, what are some of the things that I should get, you know, as an upgraded option for your smoker, get you that ash pan. No joke. It is heavy duty. It's going to save your firebox. You know, if you get the upgraded version, the 1/2 inch steel, you know, then you're probably good to go. That's going to last you forever. But I got the 1/4 inch steel firebox, and this ash pan, I got it just so it can save the bottom of my firebox. So enough talking about that. The grate, you know, the grate's no joke either, guys. Look at this thing. Let me take this bad boy out. Let me move my leg. Oh man, this thing is heavy. Look at that. That 1/2 inch steel. This thing, whew, that's a workout getting it out. This thing's gonna last you a long. It's gonna last you forever. And he has to make it this thick, because this is where the fire is at. You know, it's gonna get you a little cheap, you know, grate, and that ain't gonna cut it. That's gonna wear out. You know, but that bad boy right there, woo-wee. You see what I'm talking? Damn, I'm out of breath. That's a workout. It's like going to the gym. You know, that grate right there, it's gonna last you a very long time. So ash pan, definitely you want to get it. And the inside of the firebox, once you're done cooking and smoking, you want to get all that ash out of it as quick as possible, you know, because the ash sits there. It can collect the moisture, and it's going to build up rust. So do I clean mine out right after I'm done cooking? No, I don't, you know, because it's still hot. So usually I wait till the next day, and the next day I clean that firebox out. And you know, if you notice, you know, my firebox is actually, you know, pretty clean. Let me bring you over here so you guys can take a look at it. So you see the firebox, you know, I keep it nice and clean. I keep all those ashes from accumulating inside, you know, because again, you know, this is an investment of your money, and you want to take care of it. You want it to last you a long time. It's gonna create a lot of memories for you and your family, you know, when you're doing barbecue and smoking barbecue in your backyard, you know, stuff like that, you know, having a good time. Let's go ahead and jump to the next subject. That's what Chris recommends as far as maintenance on your of your Lone Star Grill. And I'm gonna tell you, you know, I want to tell, you know, if Chris is watching this video, I just want to say, hey, thanks, Chris. I appreciate everything you do. You make an awesome product here, you know, and you know, I'm really enjoying my Lone Star Grill. You know, and I'm almost 100% sure everybody that gets one from you, you know, it loves it just as much as I love mine. Okay, thanks again, and you know, for making such an awesome product. And if you're interested in one of these Lone Star Grill offset smokers, and you haven't been to his website, I'm going to put a link right here, you know, to Lone Star Grill's website, and there'll be one down below as well. You guys go check them out. You know, Chris is a nice guy. Him and his wife, you know, run a family business. They employ several people over there at their plant, and you know, he's just the, I don't know what you would call it. You know, the, I don't want to say epiphany, maybe epiphany of what the American dream is. You know, you work hard all your life to make a really good product, and you employ other people, and you're spreading the wealth. You know, that's what this country is based on, you know, is making good American products. You know, and I love my LSG, there's no doubt about it. You know, I'm having such a good time with it. But like anything else, we have to take care of it. And he gives us good instructions in regards to how to do that. So let's move on. Since I've had it, you know, it has collected some rust. Some rust has built up on it. So I have used the Dremel tool to sand some of the edges off right here, just to get that rust out of it. I got to do some more sanding over on the back side, you know, but you want to get that, and there's a couple of little rust spots on the door as well, and I'm going to be sanding them also. For these tight spots around the hinges, you know, I got me a Dremel tool with a small little wire brush, just to get into those tight little spaces. You know, something like this should work fine for you. Your sander as well, 120 grit paper, you know, for the big surface areas. You know, just take that rust off, and you should be good to go. Once that works, get ready to do some painting. All right, and it shouldn't take long. I'm just doing the firebox. So before you get started with sanding or running that Dremel tool, I just want to point out, you should get you some safety glasses. Get you some safety glasses, help protect your eyes, you know, in the event that something flies in your eyes. You only got 2 of them, so, you know, get you some safety glasses. Hey guys, let's go ahead and get this firebox touched up with this spray paint. Here's the paint that I used. I used this Ready Spray high heat black aerosol. The number on it is 430N3619, and Chris sells this on his website. So if you ever need to get some touch-up paint, just go out to LoneStarGrill.com, and it's the perfect match, same color of your smoker. So this is the paint that I used, and I'm all done. Smoker turned, well, not 100% done. I got it painted, you know, it's best I can. And now what I'm going to do is just let that paint dry by itself a little bit. And tomorrow I'll probably light a fire in it and let that paint cure just a little bit more in it. And remember, don't get it above 250 degrees. Keep it around 225 degrees Fahrenheit, and it should run it for about 3 to 6 hours, and that should do you fine. But again, I'm going on a year with my Lone Star Grill offset smoker. I'm happy with it. I love it. Having a good time. And just like anything else, like I said earlier today, you got to maintain them. You got to take care of them, because if not, they'll just go bad on you, just like anything else would. But besides that, guys, I tell you what, I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for watching my videos and supporting this channel. If you could, right there's a little link to a subscribe button. Yeah, that also helps support this channel. Click on that link, hit that bell. That way you get future notifications of upcoming videos. And if you're interested in any of the barbecue products that I sell, right here's the link for my website, and there'll be a link down below as well for the website that will take you where I sell my barbecue rubs and salsas. But besides that, guys, we're all done. I appreciate you guys very much. Give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a good one. I love you guys. Take care.